Hello, Father James Kubicki here, on a Sunday when most of the country is celebrating the Feast of the Ascension. I think a lot of us have the wrong idea of Jesus' ascension into heaven, and in his recent work, the second volume of his book, Jesus of Nazareth, Pope Benedict shares with us his thoughts on the Ascension. He says that at the end of Luke's Gospel, after the Ascension, the apostles are not sad, but filled with joy. He asks why, and then he says, "The disciples do not feel abandoned. They do not consider Jesus to have disappeared far away to some inaccessible heaven. They are obviously convinced of a new presence of Jesus." The joy of the disciples after the Ascension corrects our image of this event. Ascension does not mean departure into a remote region of the cosmos, but rather the continuing closeness that the disciples experience so strongly that it becomes a source of lasting joy. The departing Jesus does not make his way to some distant star. He enters into communion of power and life with the living God. Because Jesus is with the Father, he has not gone away, but remains close to us. Now, he is no longer in one particular place in the world as he had been before the Ascension. Now, through his power over space, he is present and accessible to all throughout history and in every place. Christ at the Father's right hand is not far away from us. At most, we are far from him, but the path that joins us to one another is open. And this path is not a matter of space travel of a cosmic geographical nature. It is the space travel of the heart, from the dimension of self-enclosed isolation to the new dimension of world-embracing divine love.